House just passed two bills that would impact the future of your safety and policing in Washington, D.C. We've been waiting for this vote all day long, bringing you live team coverage as lawmakers debated this up on the Hill. One measure strips the city's policing reforms, and the other focuses on the bail system. 7 News' Tom Rousey joining us now live outside the Capitol. And Tom, these bills that D.C. leaders are talking about, they've repeatedly pushed back against.
They have, but to no avail. Republicans control the U.S. House, and they led the effort to pass both of these bills tonight. But it wasn't just Republicans who voted for them.
The bill is passed.
Wednesday night, some Democrats joined House Republicans to pass two bills. One measure involves repealing D.C.'s Police Reform Act that was enacted a couple years after the killing of George Floyd by a Minneapolis police officer. The current law bans chokeholds, gives the public greater access to police discipline records, forbids officers from reviewing body camera video before writing an incident report, and prevents the union from negotiating over officer discipline. The other bill would require pre-trial detention in some cases and would reinstate cash bail. Longtime D.C. Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton and Kentucky Republican James Comer debated the measure Wednesday.
Progressive activist judges are currently allowed to release criminals to D.C. streets with only a promise that they will not reoffend and will return to court for their trial date.
Mandatory pretrial detention based solely on a charge is unconstitutional, and financial conditions for pretrial release criminalize poverty.
Thank you all.
D.C.'s mayor refused to answer questions about the bills late Wednesday afternoon. Earlier this week, Council Chairman Phil Mendelson, and D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab put out a statement saying, in part, these bills are an affront to home rule and the principles of democracy and local self-governance on which this country was founded. Okay, so these two bills have now passed the House, but the Senate still needs to pass them as well, and then the president would need to sign them into law if they do get to the president's desk. He's a strong supporter of these bills, so it is expected he would sign them into law, but they do have to go through the Senate. Reporting live outside the U.S. Capitol, Tom Rousey, 7 News.